Welcome, my political friends of the interwebs. Hey, listen, I'm doing something a little different with the audio. So if you can do me a favor, in the comment section, let me know what you think of the audio on this video. I'm just tweaking some things, trying a few different things out. I'm just kind of curious what you think. I mean, it sounds good to me. I think I may be tone deaf. Anyway, thumb update. Went to my surgeons today for my 2-week follow-up, and it's looking good. It really is. It's looking good. I gotta be honest with you, when I first did this to myself, I was freaked out, but I don't think it's gonna look bad. I mean, it's a fair chunk taken out of my out of my thumb, but it's not as bad as I at least once thought it was. So we'll see. It's still gonna be a couple of months of healing. There's still an open wound. The scar tissue hasn't closed up, or the skin hasn't completely closed up on it yet, but so far so good. No problems with infections. Yeah, and you know what? And I haven't, some of you may not believe this, but I haven't taken a pain pill in probably 3 days, almost 4 days now. It's not really all that painful anymore. It's more sore. Really sore. And I've had, like, I think 2 or 3 bandage changes now where the bandage didn't stick to the open wound, because that was what was really hard, because when you would have to peel that bandage off of the open wound, it was like, that was horrendously painful. But knock on wood, it seems to be doing all right. Seems to be healing up. Anyway, wanted to say thanks to everybody who has shown concern, and people who wanted to know how things were going with this. So anyway, listen, I've had, other than tweaking out this sound audio thing that I've got going on, I've pretty much not done anything with politics today. But this is a political channel. But I have to tell you, I found an interesting article on Drudge. I don't know how many of you go to Drudge. Listen, I go to Drudge every single day. I love Drudge. It's a well-done site. It's just basically links to political, mostly conservative articles, conservative news. And, you know, but every now and again you find kind of I guess I could call this a human interest story. You know, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in this, but I couldn't believe this when I ran across it. And it's a little salacious. Listen, it's sexually oriented, so if you're not down with that, I completely understand. I don't think it's hardcore, but I am gonna talk about some sexual stuff here. So if that's not something you're interested in hearing about, by all means, arrivederci. So for those of you who do want to stick around for this, if you've been to Drudge, I know you know what I'm about to go into, because I just can't help it. And I know this is a political channel, but I guess, you know, and I think I can weave this into a political question at the end of the story. Before I start it, though, I have to give a disclaimer that this story is one of this web page with this article is one of those that have multiple pre-roll videos, so there's going to be some noise in the background. By the way, speaking of noise in the background, Speaking of noise in the background, I have a fan that's going out on my laptop. I've got to take it in to get fixed. I haven't done that yet. They're going to keep it 2 to 3 days, which is not going to work for me. I got to figure something out. But I don't know if and let me know in the audio if you're picking up that sound of that. I think it's got a bearing that's going on it. It's somewhat annoying. Hopefully you're not hearing it. Okay, listen. Here's the story. Here's the story. Let me get to. I want to shut off this pre-roll though, because it's going to make. Or you know what I can do? I can just what I can do is just turn the sound all the way down, and that's what I have done. All right, here's the story. Brazilian student Catarina. I'm going to just spell her last name, and then I won't repeat it again. It's Migliorrini. However that's pronounced. Sells virginity for £483,000, which comes out to about $772,000. God bless her. You know, most of the chicks that I know pretty much gave away their virginity for a 6-pack of beer in the backseat of a, you know, Pontiac Catalina. Just saying. Anyway, she's a 20-year-old student. And apparently she got involved in this online auction where she auctioned off her virginity. Does anybody remember the movie starring Brooke Shields way back in the day called Pretty Baby? It was very controversial because she basically played what amounted to a whore in a whorehouse, but she was a child whore, and they auctioned off her virginity over and over and over again. I think she was, I want to say Brooke Shields was maybe 10 or 11 when she made that movie. I mean, it was it made a lot. It really did stir up the pot a bit. But anyway, so let me give you a little bit more about the story. The starting bid, by the way, was $1. The guy that made that was a dreamer. I just wanted to say he bid on it. Anyway, the auction was organized by a guy named Jason Sisley, S-I-S-E-L-Y. He's an Australian filmmaker. Now, I'll let you take a guess at what kind of films he makes. It doesn't really go into it, but I'm guessing that he's a porn director or something. Anyway, he started this project called Virgins Wanted. It's the Virgins Wanted project. He started this project in 2009. Now, I don't know if it just took him this many years to find a suitable virgin to auction off. I have no idea. Oh, by the way, there was a 21-year-old man named Alex Stepanov from Sydney, Australia. He auctioned off his virginity also. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't know how you verify a guy's virginity. Maybe somebody can help me out with that. Now, here's the thing. Now, it doesn't really say who won his virginity, whether it was a guy or not. And I have a sneaky feeling that that may be the situation. I don't know. But anyway, he only got, his virginity only sold for 1,860 pounds, or somewhere, I guess, around $3,000. So yeah, nothing like Katerina. Which, by the way, there's a picture in this article. I'm gonna leave the link. She's cute, but she's not $772,000 cute. In my opinion, in my very humble opinion. So anyway, so this dude, he's flying her down, basically to Australia, and flying this dude that won. The guy that won, let me get to that part of the article, is a Japanese dude, and well, I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but he's a Japanese dude, and he just, yeah, I mean, apparently with money to piss away, because I do not care what anybody thinks. Ultimately, this is a big piss. He's pissing his money away. Nothing wrong with what he did, in my opinion. I know that might surprise some people. I'll get to that at the end of this video. But seriously, $772,000 for a 20-year-old virgin? I don't care what she looks like. That's just insane money. That's just stupid, in my opinion. Okay, so anyway, she has an interesting comment here. I thought it was kind of, let me see if I can find it for you. Oh, this is her. They asked her why she was still a virgin at 20 years old. She said she had not found the right person to have sex with, and that taking part in the auction was more sane than having sex with a stranger drunk at a party. How do you argue with that kind of logic? I mean, seriously, how do you argue with that kind of logic? And once again, this was on the Drudge Report, so I don't want to get any grief from too many people. There will be probably some people who give me some grief, but it is what it is. Oh, and she also denied being a prostitute. She says, I saw this as a business. I have the opportunity to travel, to be part of a movie, and to get a bonus with it. She's getting a bonus, all right. She's a prostitute. You know, that's it says, it is, she goes on, this is when she's 20. You gotta cut her a little slack. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed, no doubt. But she says, if you only do it once in your lifetime, then you're not a prostitute. She says, just like if you take one amazing photograph, it does not automatically make you a photographer. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Anyway, it's just hilarious. Yeah, it's just hilarious. So the auction's over. Japanese dude won. He's got money to burn. Oh, I want to get to the rules because, you know, here's the funny part. $750,000 over, really. $750,000, and there's rules. So to me, if I'm paying $750,000 to deflower some chick, the only rule is that my check doesn't bounce. After that, it's game on, whatever the hell I want it to be. Oh, by the way, she plans on using the money to build homes for poverty-stricken families. So apparently her dream has always been to be a slumlord in, where's she from? Brazil. Her dream has always been to be a Brazilian slumlord. Yeah. Well, if she plays her cards right, I don't know what the economy is like in Brazil, but I would guess that $700,000 is a lot of money. Now, I don't know how much of that she gets to keep. Clearly, this Australian filmmaker's got some gig going on with the film. My guess is porn, and I'm guessing that we're all going to be able to see this if we so choose. We're going to be able to see this chick get deflowered, and that's probably where the bonus comes in. I don't know. Hopefully she's had a good attorney go over this, because she may be getting screwed in more ways than one on this, and most likely she will be. Let's see here. Oh, under the terms and conditions of the auction, the winning bidder must have a medical examination and a police check. Because, you know, hey, just because the guy's got clearly millions and millions and millions of dollars doesn't mean that he's not or some kind of a psychopath. It says rules stipulate that they must not be, now they're talking about the winner, must not be intoxicated during their time with the virgin. Kiss them, involve anyone else, or sex toys. Now, a couple of things here. If I'm going to pay $750,000, all right, I'm going to kiss the chick. You know, and my buddies are coming along now. If I'm going to pay $750,000, my boys are rolling in on this. That's just the way it's going to be. Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's bizarre to me. But it is what it is. You know, it's the world we live in, and, you know, I'm not going to condemn, and I'm not going to judge. Although I will have some things to say here in a minute. All right, let's see here. Oh, the winner's also prohibited from recording the encounter or expect to have any fantasies or fetishes fulfilled. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm sure that the reason that they don't want to film it is because it's going to be filmed and it's going to be a porn. Here's the thing about that. Once again, I hate to keep going back. I hate to keep making this beautiful thing all about money. But if I'm paying $750,000, I want a film. I want any fetish that I ever dreamed of. I mean, I want it all. I want it all. Otherwise, I'm just not showing up with cash. All right, let's see here. Now, there were rules on the other side. The minimum time the virgin must spend with the bidder is 1 hour. And in that time, the virgin must engage in sexual intercourse with the highest bidder. Now, they don't show a picture of the guy that won. But what if he's ugly as a mud fence? Literally. What if he's ugly as a mud fence? I mean, there's real money at stake here. There's real money at stake here. And she's reasonably cute. I don't think she's off the charts cute. Let me know in the comment section. At least go check out her picture. Let me know in the comment section what you think. 700 and for all intents and purposes, $780,000. I don't see it. I just don't. But anyway, so let me give you some commentary, so this doesn't run on too awfully long. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with what she's doing. She wanted to sell her ass. She sold her ass. I don't have a problem with that. She's an adult. She's 20 years old. She is an adult. I think that for the most part, You cannot legislate morality. Never been able to. Prostitution, now I know she doesn't think she's a prostitute. But we all know she is. You know, this is the oldest profession in the world for a reason. You can't stamp it out. You look at the show Cops. I mean, how many times they arrest these hookers, they're right back out on the street. It's like a revolving door. And to be honest with you, it's a waste of our tax money resources. I would like us to use, and this is my opinion, and you can take it for what it's worth. I would like us to use the model that goes on in what is it? Not Arizona, but what state is that? Nevada. I would like us to follow their. Listen, they regulate it. They have health checks. It's consenting adults. In my opinion, if it is a crime, it's a victimless crime. Now, having said that, things that we should focus on are obviously stamping out child pornography, child prostitution, the white slavery or sex trade. Those things we need to focus on, not some chick doing a consensual quid pro quo. And that's my opinion. I think that prostitution as a whole being illegal is ridiculous. Now, when I first started this channel, this Colonel Richard Hunter political channel, I told you all, if you've been with me from the very beginning, I told you all that I did have some liberal streaks in me, and this is one of them. I don't think prostitution should be illegal. I think that what happens between two consenting adults happens between two consenting adults. I don't think that there's anything to go other than, like I said, other than making sure that children are not exploited, or people in general are not exploited. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you've got a situation where, well, I'll tell you what's big is these Eastern Europeans coming over here and unfortunately getting their passports taken from them and then being forced to work in brothels. And that's just, stuff like that's got to change. But like I said, if it's legal, then you have a legal structure, a legal framework to work in and go from there. It works well in a lot of different countries. In the comment section, let me know. By the way, I like to think of this attitude of mine of being more libertarian than liberal, because I am not a liberal, although I do have some liberal leanings, social liberal leanings. All right, listen, that's all I got. Do me a favor, huge favor, most important thing, in the comment section, let me know what you think of this audio, because I'm trying to get it all worked out. Also, let me know what you think about this story, if you want. If you don't want, then don't, you know. Like I said, it's on Drudge. There'll be a link to this story, or I may just link to Drudge, because everybody should watch, or should be checking out Drudge anyway. This story is in Drudge. It's called Brazilian Student Catarina blah 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 sells virginity for 483,000 pounds. So that's all I got for you guys. Everybody take care. Hopefully, I'm praying that the audio works, because I'm doing some crazy stuff these days. Anyway, like I said, the thumb's good. Everybody take care. And I will be back with serious news, serious commentary, and serious thoughts on the political goings-on very, very soon. Today was just one of those days. Everybody take care. See ya!